have problems.
Take it. Let's take it down.
Well, I'm headed into the shop right now. Last night me and some buddies were out with our Jeeps playing around in the snow, and I was doing some sideways driving, I guess you could call it. Hit a hole, busted my transfer case mount. So I don't think it'll be too bad. I mean, that part won't. I need to get the transfer case out and rebuild it too. So that's another thing that I'm doing today. Well, here she is. And there's what I'm dealing with. So I have a rebuild kit for the transfer case. I'm just gonna pull the thing in. I'm gonna pull that in too so that I can have something to work out of and all my tools. I got a big list of stuff that I'm wanting to do on this thing. So maybe at the end I'll put together a list, but right now the transfer case is priority number one. So I just took a few minutes to clean some snow out of here. I don't know what's going on here, but it's broken. Threads are like gone. I'm lucky though, because I've got a transfer case drop bracket. And well, the other side already has one. And when I was ordering the lift kit, I ended up getting a spare one by accident. But first of all, I'm gonna get the transfer case out and get it rebuilt because it's making a funny noise. I think I got some video of that somewhere. To the front one. I'm trying to get those bolts out. I'm fairly confident this is not going to fit. Yep, I was right. But this should. Little teeny tiny wrench. How am I going to do this? So I'm having a little bit of trouble with these 4 bolts here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it on the transfer case. And then when I get the whole thing off, I'll have an easier time getting these off on the bench. My little wrench slipped on this, so I'm kind of leery of it. Pretty sure that next on the list of things to do is remove this cross member. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it would be 7, 8, but yeah, not today. And a little bit of a cheater wrench going on. And I'm on a creeper, so it's not like I'm gonna be able to push on it anyway. I hate creep. Wait, I don't need to remove this one. It's the other one.
The wheel wells are full of snow.
So are my shoulders. No, if I was smart, I would have pulled this thing in here last night, but I didn't. My fancy red transfer case shift bracket. It's red because I had to do some fabrication work on it right there to make the linkage work. Got to get that off, and then there's a couple bolts on the other side, but I keep getting distracted because of the water that's going down my neck. Now I'm gonna head after these 2 wires and the wire in that vent line. 3 wires. No, I already unplugged that one. Never mind. And then there's a couple bolts on the other side. Oh boy, I need a drain pan. Somebody forgot to undo the linkage. Good job, me. This jack over here, I'm gonna set this transfer case on top of it. Well, I didn't forget to undo the linkage, I just didn't finish undoing the linkage. Well, here she is. I gotta take it all apart, see what I can make happen. Still haven't figured out how to get this off. I don't think it's gonna be very hard once I just make something happen on it. Got my transfer case most of the way apart. This one I don't know what to do about because I don't want to screw those little bolts up. I think this is where my noise was coming from. Looks like that's been rubbing. Well, I've got this back in. This thing I'm kind of concerned because the new little, whatever these things are called, they don't seem like they fit exactly the same. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. I'm working on getting these 2 bearings out. just plugging away. Got stuff everywhere again. Well, got it all back together. Had some trouble with the smaller shift fork. Had to get a little creative with the torch to make the little plastic things fit, but it should work. But I also wouldn't be at all surprised if it nukes itself again. I'm just gonna try it, see what happens. I did not get as far on this today as I thought I would. Looks like it might have snowed a little bit while I was in there. I didn't realize it was dark. Well, yeah, I guess you probably saw that did not go as fast as I thought that it would, so I pulled the Jeep back out. I'm gonna have to come back to it another day. 7 o'clock now, so I think it's time for me to go do something else. This is like a foot.
The next day.
I've got the Jeep back in. Gonna get started. Got the transfer case right over there. And it's gonna go right up here. So I think it's gonna be a better experience already because the amount of water that's coming off this thing is not even remotely close to what it was before. Well, bad news. I'm separating this thing back apart again. And this time I'm taking this apart because I know that this bearing's screwed up, and if I mess with this anymore, it's probably just gonna get worse. I was trying to move the shift lever back and forth and it's not moving, so clearly something is wrong inside here. Let's just say that this thing's a lot faster and easier to take apart the second time, and especially when you do it the right way. Yeah, this thing right here is not moving for some reason, so I gotta figure out why. Got this bearing out. I should have done more effort on this whole setup when I had it out the first time. Got the seal and the bearing. I think we're in the right position now though. Gonna throw the new bearing in, slap it all back together. Transfer case is all mounted up. I filled it, got all the wiring done. Everything should be mounted upright. Just tapped in some new threads here because that's the whole reason that this thing fell apart, is the threads ripped out. I knew that this side was weak when I was putting the lift on because the bolts didn't go together right. So it'll be nice to have some new fresh hardware. Hopefully the threads will hold this time. It's still pretty rough looking up in there, but I think it'll do better. If not, I guess I'll be doing it again. There's not many threads left in there, but well, the bolts are all in, so I should be able to drop this now, I guess. I guess I'll try it. Should I see what happens? Cool, that's exactly what I expected to happen. Nothing. I'm glad that it's nothing that happened. Oh, what the... Get the jack out of here. That cross member, I think it might be a little bit bent. Every time I look at it, I'm like, whoa. Got the front shaft all in. Now I'm gonna move on to the back one. Let's see what happens if I just put it in drive and let it roll. Well, it's all back together. I am very happy to have it back together. We'll see how long it lasts. There's a few problems that I noticed with the transfer case altogether. I'm gonna shut that off. There's a few problems that I noticed with the transfer case altogether. It's really cracked, which is not encouraging, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be okay for now. I'm gonna get this thing back out and drive it. Gotta love having a $800 car that you're turning into a budget rock crawler. It's been a good time, so hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna go test this thing now.
Yes, sir.